Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the full moon partial eclipse meditation ceremony in Gemini. So if you've never meditated with me before, hi, welcome. You don't need to have any experience. You simply just allow yourself to listen to the meditation, allow yourself to have the journey. Know that at any point you can stop the process if that feels good and right to you. If something comes up and you want to stop, you can do that, but that doesn't normally happen. And know that you might get distracted. Just guide your focus back to the sound of my voice, guide your focus back to whatever it is that we're working on. A lot of people think when they get distracted while doing meditations that they've done something wrong. That's absolutely not true. It just means that the mind is wandering. The mind's trained to wander. That's an okay thing. The practice of meditation gets us more and more used to allowing our mind to be where it is that we're consciously focusing on. But that doesn't always happen right away, or even if you've been meditating for years, that doesn't always happen. So just be gentle with yourself throughout this process. We are going to be focusing on the energies in play. I'll talk a little bit about that, but really I just kind of want to jump right into the meditation without talking too much. So we have an eclipse, partial eclipse of this full moon. So the full moon is in the sign of Gemini. And this effect, because there's an eclipse, it's going to last for 6 months, whereas normally full moon effects last for a full moon cycle, 28 days. So it's going to be lasting for 6 months this time. So it's going to be until the new moon in Gemini comes back in June. So just keep that in mind as we're going through this, but that's not something that you need to really focus on. The Gemini energy is the sign of the twins. So we're going to be using this dual energy as we go through the meditation. And the sun, which is shining on the moon, is in the sign of Sagittarius. So we're also going to be using the Sagittarian energy, which is this ability to focus on a dream, focus on an aim, and to go for it. So that is the two energies that we're going to be using in today's meditation. So this meditation is to help you to dream and is to help you to move through some of the things that might be holding you back from achieving those dreams. This is always the case with every moon cycle. This is always actually the case with every day. But because this is a full moon and because it's an eclipse, there's extra power in this whole astrological happening. So we're going to be harnessing that power. So you want to be getting to a space where you're comfortable, where you're not going to be disturbed for the next probably half hour here. And then you want to just gently close your eyes, making any last minute adjustments to the position that you're in so that you're comfortable. And I'm going to invite you to just become aware of your breath. What that means is turn your focus, your awareness up on your breathing. So just notice the inhale and the exhale. Make no attempt to try to control or change it. Simply observe your breath. And as you're doing this, see if you can allow the chatter of the mind to become less and less as you begin to turn up the volume of the focus on your breathing. So just spend a few moments with this, focusing on the inhale, focusing on the exhale. There's so many little details you can give your mind to focus on when it comes to your breathing. What parts of your body move on the inhale and exhale? You can notice if the inhale is longer or shorter, or the same length as the exhale. You can feel the sensation of the breath moving through your nose, through your mouth, into your body. Maybe you can even notice the temperature of the breathing. Where does it become body temperature? Where does it change? Can you sense the body temperature as you exhale? And the reason that we're focusing on our breath, just naturally as it's occurring right now, is because the breath is happening in this moment. Meditation is the practice of getting us into the present moment. So focusing on the breath helps get us there because the breath is happening right here, right now. Continue to focus on the breath. Continue to focus on your breathing as we talk about the meditation breath exercise that we're going to do here in just a moment. So I'm going to invite you to take 3 deep breaths, but you're going to be doing something specific with each breath. So on the inhale, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be focusing first on expanding your stomach out as much as you can. So feel your stomach expand as much as you can, and then go up to your lungs and feel your lungs expand as much as you can. So allow yourself to really fill the stomach, feeling your stomach expand, making space for the lungs. Feel the lungs expand. And then as you exhale, just release out everything that you breathed in. So again, you'll just expand the stomach on the inhale. Then you will expand the lungs as much as you can. And then you will just exhale in release. So together, we're going to take a deep breath in, filling in the stomach first, as much as you can. And when you're there, get ready to fill the lungs in as much as you can, taking in as much breath as you can, and then exhaling in a sigh of relief whenever you get there. Do 2 more breaths like this at your own pace, making sure to fill your stomach, then your lungs as much as you can, exhaling out in relief. And doing this one more time at your own pace. Exhaling out in relief. And then return to your normal breathing. Check in with your breath again. See if anything has changed from when you were breathing the first time. Just notice if you notice any more space in the breath or anything different about the breath or the breathing. As you return to your normal breath. And keeping our eyes closed, we're now going to imagine that coming down from the ceiling is a white sparkling light. And it's starting to blanket your body in this beautiful, healing, relaxing energy. Imagine it as the light from the full moon, as though your ceiling could open up, go through the clouds, and bring down the light of the moon wherever you are, into the space that you are in. And this light shines down from the ceiling, and it's touching the top of your head, allowing the top of your head to relax as this light moves in to the mind, helping the mind to relax, to release. It moves down through the forehead, this beautiful, relaxing light. Checking in with your forehead, making sure that you're releasing any stress, any straining. This light moves into the eyelids, helping the eyelids to relax and release. Moving through the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue. Helping the cheeks, the jaw, and the tongue to relax and release. Before this beautiful white moonlight moves into the neck and the throat, opening up space in the neck and the throat. As it moves down into the shoulders, and the shoulders drop down and away from the ears. As the chest opens and expands, as this white light moves into the chest. This light continues to move down the arms, helping the arms to relax and release, moving into the wrists, the palms, the back of the hands, the fingers. So that all your arms are relaxed and released. You're not holding the arms or the fingers in any position that's causing stress or strain. They're sitting relaxed in whatever position you have them in. And this white, relaxing, protecting, loving moonlight goes back up the arms, back into the chest, opening up space in your heart, helping you to relax and release any tension that you're feeling in your heart before moving down into the stomach. As you feel this beautiful moonlight moving into your stomach, you can feel an easing in the belly, a relaxing sensation as this light moves down into your intestinal region, inviting you to relax and release the tension in the intestines, in the lower abdomen, just letting go. This light gently, lovingly moves into the base of your spine. You can feel and sense and imagine this moonlight filling the base of your spine with calm and relaxation. This calm and relaxation moves up the back, starting with the lower back, moving all around the lower back, loosening, releasing, expanding the lower back, moving up to the middle back, helping the middle back to open and release, helping the upper back to let go of any tension, of any unnecessary strain, as this white light helps to relax and release tension in the upper back. And the light moves gently, lovingly, nurturingly back down, back into the base of your spine before spreading into your sit bones and muscles, inviting your sit bones and muscles to relax and release. Massaging the pelvic region as it moves into the pelvic area, helping to let go of any stored energy there. And then expanding out into the hips, allowing the hips to relax and release, to let go. And this calming, relaxing light moves down into the thighs. The thighs are relaxed and released, soothed by this beautiful moonlight filling your body, moving through the knee, gently caressing the shins and the calves as it moves down the ankles, into the heels, into the bottom of the feet, around to the top of the feet, and into the toes. This white moonlight that is pouring into our bodies is helping us to relax and release from head to toe. And in this relaxed and released state, we're going to imagine that we could see ourselves in the room that we are in from an outside perspective. So use as many of your imagination faculties as you want to. Perhaps you can smell the room. Perhaps you can feel the room. Perhaps you see it. Perhaps you're really in tune with how it sounds. Visualization can include any of your imagination senses. But visualize yourself. See and feel yourself in the space that you are in from an outside perspective, seeing how relaxed you look in the position that you're in, perhaps seeing a white light around you, the light of the moon. Looking around at the furniture, noticing the floor. Don't have to be concerned with how accurate you are. Just feel and see and sense the room around you as best you can. And as you're taking note of this beautiful space that you are in, seeing how relaxed you are, Somewhere in this space that you are in, you will notice a door is beginning to form. Perhaps it first looks like just a distorted area of the room. Perhaps there's lights involved. Perhaps there's automatically a door fully formed. Whatever you see and experience is right for you. You can fill in some details about your door or just appreciate them if your door has already fully formed. You can notice the shape, the color, the materials, the details of this beautiful door that's formed in your space. And you can focus in on the handle, seeing the shape of the handle, or just intending there to be a handle that you can grab. Perhaps you can notice its detailing, its materials. And you're going to see your hand reach out and grab this door. And on the other side of the door is a beautiful field at night. You step into this field and the first thing you can notice is the moonlight above you shining down on your face. You feel this light that we just brought into our bodies now shining all around you. Everything has a beautiful glow to it, a magical, mystical glow. Perhaps you notice water nearby. You can see the moonlight shining on the water as it laps upon the shore. And the feeling of this field is one of calm, peace, perhaps even a little bit of magic. Allow yourself to just spend a few moments in this space, not needing to be anywhere else right now. Just standing here in this dark field under this moon, the water lapping on the shore. And you'll notice a tree line. And you're walking gently, calmly towards the tree line. And as you walk, you notice that there is almost an entrance into this forest. It's as if all of the trees are clumped together except for this one space where there is an opening. Upon approaching this opening, you see two stones marking the entranceway to this forest. They look like the numeral 2, the Roman numeral 2. This is the sign of Gemini, the dual energy of all there is. And as you get even closer to these beautiful stones, you begin to sense the presence of two people, one on the right, one on the left. There is a woman and a man standing beside these two stone pillars, leading into the entrance into this beautiful forest. And you recognize one, the woman, as the divine feminine. And it takes a moment for you to really tune into her presence and her energy because she is the divine feminine. She's the culmination of all of the good that you have ever felt and experienced from the feminine energy. All of the negative associations pale in comparison to her beauty and her love. She is divine. And on the other side of this entranceway, there is a man. whose energy you also take a moment to allow yourself to take in. He is the divine masculine. He smiles at you as you begin to feel the love of all the masculine energy you've ever received in your life embodied in this man. And then it's amplified by a magnitude that's hard for you to fathom. There is no negativity in this male energy. There is no heaviness. It's pure light. And this man and this woman, the divine masculine and feminine, are just silently looking at you with love. They're grateful that you've come to this experience, to this journey. They're excited for your dreams to come true, and they motion for you to move through the archway. And as you step through the stones, you can feel the energy of the stones on your sides. They're doing something to you. You can feel a magnetic charge, beautiful sparkling in the air as you step through and you recognize yourself as the divine child that you are. Both masculine and feminine resides within you. And you are walking through these pillars that represent both. And you now notice that you are in a garden that is spiraling into the center of this forest, lined by these Roman numeral 2 pillars, each representing a different duality. You continue to walk the path in between these 2 pillars, noticing perhaps pillars that represent dark and light, negative and positive, right and wrong. Pillars that represent night and day. Pillars that represent life and death. Spiraling, you continue to walk the path in between these stones into the center of this forest. And you notice you're approaching the last stone pillars, and you hear a faint giggle on the wind. As you approach these pillars, you once again sense the presence of 2 individuals. This time, there is your inner child and your higher self. They are standing on both sides of the last pillars that lead into a clearing, the center of this garden in the center of this forest. You can feel the innocence of your inner child as you look into their eyes and see none of the weight of the past, just the pure joy of life sparkling in their eyes, the laughter being carried on the wind to your ears. And focusing in on your higher self, you're amazed that there's a version of you that could look so divine, so perfect in their imperfection, so powerful, so graceful. You're just marveling at this higher self version of you, the version of you from the future that holds all the potential of that which you will become. Their eyes too are shining with a mischievous wisdom. Both your inner child and your higher self are also glad that you've come here to this moment, to this meditation, to this release, and to this focus. They too motion for you to walk through the pillars, and you do, feeling the charge, the magic of the stones as you step into the clearing. And this clearing is lit up by the moon, which you can see through the clearing in the trees above you once more. And there is a fire crackling in the center. Perhaps there's a bench or a chair nearby for you to sit. Perhaps you find you want to sit on the floor near the fire. As you sit by the fire, your inner child, your higher self, the divine masculine and the divine feminine come to sit by this fire beside you, forming a circle. You can sense that they are asking you to give this fire all that is holding you back. All that you are holding on to from the past that no longer serves you. All of your doubts, your fears, your worries, your judgments, your pains, your heartaches. They are helping to move these energies out of you and move them into the fire. And you can feel a lightness as the fire burns in front of you, pulling all that no longer serves from your being. And you look up at the moon above you, marveling at her fullness. As you stare at the moonlight, I invite you to open your heart to the moon as though the moon could shine into the center of your heart. Take a few moments to just sit here and breathe this moonlight into your heart. Feeling the impact of this beautiful, graceful, nurturing light moving into your heart center, moving into the core of your being. And now you're going to have a conversation with the moon. Allow your heart to speak its desires to this moon. It's like when you were a kid and you would wish on a shooting star, except this is the brightest and biggest star-like object you've ever seen. And you're wishing with all of the fervor of your inner child, with all of the wisdom of your higher self, with all of the loving of your divine feminine, with all of the strength of your divine masculine. Allow yourself to talk to the moon. Tell her all that you want, and anytime you're telling her something that you don't want, she puts it right into the fire and asks you once again to open up to what it is that you want. Spend a few minutes here in this conversation. Good job. Remember that everything that's in your heart as a desire is possible to see in the life around you. You are supported by this moon. You are supported by your inner child, your higher self, your divine mother and divine father. You are perfect right now in this moment, and that which you desire is also perfect. And the road that you will travel to get there, full of its magic, full of its challenges and lessons, is perfect. Before we leave this beautiful circle, I invite you to do this deep breathing again, pulling in the light of the moon now, feeling all of your dreams coming back from the moon, being reflected back into you as you breathe them into your body, into your cells, and fill your lungs with the life of these dreams that you have just spoken. Take a deep breath in whenever you are ready, filling your stomach, expanding your stomach as much as you can to take in as much of this dreaming reflection from this moon as you can pull in. And then as you exhale, just breathe into the fire all that no longer serves you. Do this for a couple more breaths. And those around the fire have gotten up and moved back to a door that you did not see before. It's the same door that formed in the room that you were in. Your divine mother and inner child stand on one side. Your divine father, divine higher self stand on the other side. They are smiling at you, so excited for that which is to come as you see the door, the shape, the size, the color. You see the handle once more and you reach out and grab it. Stepping back into the space, the room that you are in, you hear the door gently close behind you. Take a moment to see yourself, to see your body, to appreciate and love yourself. And then allow yourself to settle back into your body, feeling this moonlight still all around you, feeling your dreams alive in your being, and feeling the lightness from the release of letting go. Slowly bring movement back into your hands, back into your feet, into your neck and into your shoulders. Feeling this lightness, feeling this joy. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. As always, my loves, Namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.